we go. Cheers. Thanks for coming back, Brady. Really appreciate it, dude. So I'm going to jump on to the last couple of questions that we've got, and then we've got some fan questions. We've got a little game, and we've got some rapid fire questions right at the end. So, so you just told us all about Memphis and what it means to you, what the city means to you, and everything. So, looking at your 2 years so far, in the intro, 59 touchdowns and 20 interceptions in 2 seasons. Your last season, 2019, almost could not go better for you. Looking at your 2 years so far, how would you sum it up?
It's been awesome. I think the first year we underachieved a little bit. We weren't completely satisfied, but for myself, it was a great learning experience. I definitely took a lot from that year, positives and negatives, and then I think that translated into what we did last year. And nothing's ever perfect, but we've had the best season Memphis has ever had in its history. And New Year's Six Bowl, that I was extremely proud of our team for how we fought and wouldn't, obviously nothing didn't go perfect. We didn't play our best, but I wouldn't change, anything from last year. I think it was such a fun and just electric season for everyone, the players, the coaches, the fans, the families involved, and everyone deserved it. So it's been a blessing. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to giving them one last year and hopefully, doing something similar.
I'm sure you will. I mean, yeah, last season was incredible. And to think in your 2 years, 59 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, that's almost like a 3-in-1 a game, which is insane, which is really insane. So you should be incredibly proud. And so yeah, we're looking, hopefully Memphis are going to have another big season again. It'll be very tough to build on it because how amazing you guys did last year, but I'm sure that with you at the helm, I'm sure you can. So I know that you're probably not thinking, although maybe a little bit too much ahead to this time next year, but I'm going to read it and don't mind, let's have a look at your facial expression. But we when we helped saying, look, we've got Brady White here, fans going to send you questions in. We're really fortunate to speak to him. I had to take a sneaky screenshot of draftsite.com. We're not, by the way, plugging draftsite.com, but it was a look. And it did its quarterbacks to be drafted next year. And at the end of the 3rd round, day 2 pick, it had Brady White to the LA Rams. So, I mean, the dream, 5-year-old Brady, telling his classmates in kindergarten, I want to be in the NFL. That dream could be 10 months away. And
No, it is.
Can you taste it? You feel so close?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I know it'll happen. It's just, like I said, it's just a firm belief. But I think it's healthy because I have such a belief and strong faith that, God will guide me there no matter how it is, no matter what round, that I just know I'm going to be there, that I don't worry about it. I get to focus on right now and being with my teammates and maximizing this year. And I just know that that's only going to help my position. And like I said before, I'm obviously going to do my best to be coming out or drafted or whatnot as high as possible. But I just need an opportunity, man. It just takes one team to fall in love with you and give you a chance. And there's a lot of guys that have taken that opportunity and ran with it, a la Tom Brady and many of others.
All about that opportunity. It's been a common thread all the way through this interview, all about opportunity. Right, so I mean, that first section, which is always the longest, has been an absolute pleasure. So I'm going to pass you over to Steve, who's got the mailbag.
Sweet.
Yep. So these are obviously, we've got several questions here from some of the guys on our page, kind of submitted them. Obviously, we had a lot of interest as well. I have to say this was one of the few interviews we've had where we had, 20, 30 odd comments. People really wanted to get, and I think that's fantastic because it obviously shows just, how you as a player, have obviously had an influence on, people in the UK, which is brilliant. So first question we're going to come through is it's from Lewis Kopak, and Lewis wants to know, who is the player you'd most like to throw a touchdown pass to past or present?
Interesting. It's a great question. Most want to throw a touchdown to. I'm going to start off by saying whatever teammates that I have in the future.
That is the right answer.
Diplomatic.
That's such the
100% the right
politically
answer.
correct answer. Sorry, Lewis, if I burst your bubble. But, no, I think it'd be pretty sick to throw a touchdown pass to, like, some of the all-time, like a Jerry Rice or something, the guys that are going to – Randy Moss, something like that. But let's just, I love the question. I've never even thought of it because it's always like, who's your dream, who's your favorite quarterback and whatnot. So I love the question. But let's also be realistic. I'm not going to be able to throw any touchdowns to the Jerry Rices of the world. So my future teammates are the ones I'm most excited to throw touchdowns to.
Very smart answer. Smart answer.
Definitely.
Answer that like a politician.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's fantastic. So the second question is from Thomas Whale, and Thomas wants to know, and this is quite an interesting one as well. What do you think Memphis as a team needs to do to make the top four, or so the top four ranking of college football? And do you think the committee would ever put an AAC team in the Final Four, irrespective of record?
Yeah, that's a great question, and unfortunately, I don't know how much. I think there's it's a systematic issue. It's not a problem, but it's a very hot topic. It's very controversial because if you look at in the past, like UCF, who's another really high quality team in our conference, they went undefeated 2 years in a row and they didn't get a sniff at the top four. They beat an Auburn team that beat Alabama in the same year. They took care of them in like the Peach Bowl or something, and it's tough because how are you going to argue against going undefeated 2 years in a row and beating SEC team, Power 5 teams? I've talked with a lot of people that have a lot of not say in the committee, but they're a big name in the college football world, and they're in the analysts and stuff. And I've had the same conversation, and it's something that's just it's so new. It's like this whole paying players thing. It's so brand new that you're not going to see much for another few years. So I just think the only way you can get some movement towards getting a potential AAC team or a group of 5 team that's performing really well in the top 4 is to just consistently have teams that are pushing the envelope. So continuing to have teams like us that are winning a lot of games or going undefeated, or a Boise State or something that's doing the same thing. And you just got to continue to apply pressure so that it becomes more of a relevant conversation. Because right now, if I'm being honest, when I come to like our goals, it's not realistic. I'm not. My goal is not to win a national championship, because I can do when you set goals, you have to have realistic goals. Like if you do everything you can and succeed, you should achieve your top goal. And so if I do everything I could and our team goes undefeated, we beat every team by 100, we're still not going to get in the top 4. It's just the bottom line. So it's sad, it sucks, but that's just the way of life right now. I just think that's something, I hope will get pushed to the forefront of conversations in the future. But I love the question.
Let's hope so. But this one, go on, Steve. This one might be more achievable. I don't quite understand what it means, but I'm sure you will.
Yeah, we've done a lot. Well, I've just done a little bit of research just now, and I'm quite entertained by this.
Okay.
Thomas has asked, do you have any plans to be dockmaster at the Peabody Hotel before you leave Memphis?
No, I don't have
Want to explain to us what he's? What
Yeah, I
he's...
don't know what that means.
So yeah, Thomas knows his stuff. There's at the Peabody Hotel, they have a show. So there's literally a little like fountain thing in the lobby of the hotel, but they have like these ducks, and it's a full-on event. Like they have scheduled times. They will come down in the elevator, escorted by the duck master, and they'll walk, right behind them, and they walk out in a line. They walk this red carpet to a little fountain, and everyone gets enamored with watching ducks walk. It's a pretty cool deal, but I don't plan on being the duck master.
Okay.
Something if you do stop in Memphis, you should go check out.
Yeah, it's definitely on the bucket list.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So the next question we've got is from Jay Waterson. Jay's asking, how much does the noise on a third down really affect you?
So I would say 98% of the time I don't even hear anything. It's funny because like it also depends. So like I will say when we played UCF in the conference championship game my first year when we played them there at their house, noise affected. Like it was loud. It was probably one of the loudest stadiums I've been in. It's not because it's the biggest. Like it was just crazy. Like you're having issues communicating, the snap count and communicating with guys on the field. So there's times when it does, but I'd say the majority of the time, it's going to be a little bit louder on third downs, but that's an expectation. And I think when you just get rolling in the heat of a game, a lot of noise just gets kind of blotted out, tuned out.
You're locked in. You're locked in, aren't you?
And as a basis, you have to be loud as a quarterback. So you just know in your brain, third down, probably going to be a little bit louder, but I don't necessarily hear it. I just am always trying to be as loud as possible and communicate clearly.
Cool. Is there a stadium that that you played in, you would say was probably the most hostile in terms of atmosphere that kind of made you go, whoa, this is something else?
Yeah, no hostility as far as like danger or like oh, these fans are crazy. But like I said, that UCF game, it was so much fun. But it like, let's just be honest, like the noise did present a different element and some issues. I remember my first year at Arizona State, we played A&M when they had Kyle Allen and Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray was a true freshman. And they had Myles Garrett. And we played them in the Advocare, like, Texas kickoff game.
Yep.
And it was at a neutral site in Texas. That was a dome. That was an indoor stadium, and it was 99% Texas A&M fans. I remember I had the headset on, and I went into halftime, and my right ear was ringing, the one that wasn't covered. So there's definitely, like, stadiums and environments that are like, this is different. Like this is a hell of an atmosphere, and they're very fun to play in. But if you're not the home team, I guess, it definitely provides some issues that you have to be ready to work around.
Definitely.
That's very fair. Very fair.
So we've another question from this is from Harry Maltby, and Harry's asked, living in West Tennessee, is there anything you love about the area that you weren't expecting when you came here?
Good question.
Yeah, West Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee is a beautiful state, especially as you explore more of the state, not just West Tennessee, but you go to Nashville and whatnot. Just a lot of beauty. I think I came here with an open mind. I wasn't like expecting it to be anything, especially because I hadn't been here, so I've never like seen it. So I was just like, all right, let's just go. I'm moving there. Let's just go see how it is. And one thing I love about here, I love the history and the culture with the MLK, all that. And I love the greenery. I love all the trees. I love like the natural beauty that's here, the Memphis Bridge, the pyramid, the the food, like I said, the food and the people here are awesome. Southern hospitality, southern southern food. I'd say those are a couple of things that I love that I'll definitely miss. But I don't know where I'm going to end up. Like, who knows? I might end up in 3 hours east in Nashville. You never know.
Exactly. So. Could be a Titan. Could be a Titan for all we know.
Yeah. I've been there. Nashville is another beautiful city that a lot of people, like I know tons of people go there for certain, 21st birthdays or have their, before weddings, have their little parties there. So
bachelor parties,
yeah,
nice, cool. I'll have to check it. I'm hoping maybe to get to Nashville next year. So
yeah, it's a good spot. I like country music. Definitely go there.
I do love a bit of Zach Brown band. I remember seeing this question. We're going to see how politically correct. I mean, go on. You've got to ask it because Lee's asked it, but I don't think we're going to get an answer.
This is going to be an interesting one, but Lee wants to know. This is basically, you've got the 3 options. It's a start one, you need to bench one, and you need to trade one. So your 3 players are Darrell Henderson, Antonio Gibson, and Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to answer that.
We don't expect you to.
No, not at all.
I'm gonna put in an offensive package that starts all 3 of them. So.
Give us 20 seconds on Darrell Henderson and Antonio Gibson and what they would like to play with each.
Yeah, I mean, what's crazy is all those guys are studs, but they're all different players. Darrell's just electric. You get the ball in his hands, he's so fast. He doesn't necessarily even need to juke people. He just runs around them. But so, like, he's a game changer. They're all game changers. That's what's crazy. You can all use the same words. They're all electric. They're all explosive, just in different ways. Antonio Gibson's, I love the nickname he came up with for himself, the weapon. Dude kills it on special teams. As a receiver, he's skilled enough to run routes and catch the ball. He creates mismatches at the receiver because he's fast and is, typically bigger than the guys covering him. And then you put him in the backfield, and he's extremely hard to tackle, moves really well, has a body that can withstand hits and not go down easily. And then Kenny's just elusive as crap and is extremely versatile. You can mismatch him all over the place. Similar to AJ, you can put him out in the slot, you can motion him out the backfield, get him out of receiver position, put him involved in special teams, have him as your every down back. They're all, and Darrell's already at the next level. I only got a year with him, but the other 2 I've gotten multiple years with. So I've been blessed to be around some really good players and have those guys in the backfield with me. It's a lot of fun playing with guys like that.
What's great is it actually leads into the last question a little bit. Graham's saying it's a 2-part question.
Okay.
Obviously, what you said about that offense, obviously these guys being so fun to play with. He's actually asked, how much fun is it to play with this wide open offense?
Yeah, so our offense is extremely complex. That's probably the first thing I would say is you guys get to see the end result, but it's and that's a testament to myself and the rest of the players within it. We're smart enough and talented enough to handle all that it asks of us, all the responsibilities. But where it benefits you is if you get it, and once you get it down, you have all the answers to the test. So I have carte blanche, on when I get certain looks, I can check certain things. So I can always adjust the play or make different calls, get us into the best run play, adjust to a pass play, check protection. And it's a lot to learn. So like when you're young, your head can spin because there's so much in it. But once you get it, it's like walking into a math test and you have a cheat sheet that no one else has. Like, boom, okay, this is the question or this is the look. I'm going to this guy. I'm looking down my list. There's the answer. Boom, touchdown or, big play. And so it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. I think our coaches do a really good job at every year figuring out what's the identity of our team, who are our guys, how are we going to utilize the guys we have, and then we always put together really good game plans week to week. So one week we could be wide open in a 5-wide set for the majority of the game, like we were in the Cotton Bowl, and other games can be using a lot of 2 tight end sets, getting into 2 tight ends or heavy sets and trying to ram this thing down your throat. So it's a lot of fun for sure.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Go on, we'll squeeze in that last question. Go on, Steve.
So the last question again from Graham. How has the college level strength and conditioning helped you feel that you're ready to go pro?
Yeah, no doubt. And it's the biggest thing with college strength and conditioning, because obviously high school, there's not a lot of that. There's some programs that do a really good job and get their guys. It's the intensity of the workouts and the pace. So obviously everyone, you guys can do the same list as I do. You can bench, press, squat, clean, dumbbell row, you can do all that crap. But it's how everything's put together, the pace of it, the intensity, and also what it's combined with. It's combined with tons of conditioning, right before that or after that. And then you got to go throw 3 hours later and you have meetings all day. So it's the whole – everything that comes with being a collegiate student athlete adds to that element of training, but it definitely prepares you a lot because you're getting stronger, you're getting faster. I think the biggest thing that I've changed that, I'm doing now, and it's different for a lot of guys, what's going to really boost that training and boost your level of readiness for the league is your nutrition. And like helping your body recover and seeing better results because of what you're eating. Some guys can eat like crap or eat whatever they want and they still look amazing and perform really well, but how long is that going to last you? And so
it's true.
But it's tough. It's tough because you're on a limited budget as a collegiate student athlete. You don't got a lot of money to just go spend on really good food. But that's where I think programs try to help a lot by providing some food. The athletes getting better options, having protein stuff and things around the facility that help these kids. So it helps a lot, but it also comes on you. You still have to make sure you're eating throughout the day, not just after your workout. You have to be hydrating and getting enough sleep. Because with the load that you have, if you're not taking care of your body, you're going to get hurt. Because your body's not going to be able to handle it because it's a lot of stuff.
I've just got one last question from myself before we move on to the fun round in a second. You seem very confident in your own ability, which is a kind of a theme that we've noticed with all of the successful D1 college players that we've interviewed. You do really kind of back your own ability. Does that sort of come from your faith as well, or does that come from you having a successful run from high school all the way to this level that you're playing at now?
It has nothing to – I think it's just cool to see the run that you've had. It has nothing to do with the run, though. It has everything to do with my faith, first and foremost. But two, it's just that I think all the great ones have it. It's that chip on your shoulder, and it's the self-confidence. Yeah. And I'm not going to tell you that I've always had it a little bit, but I have it now more than ever. I think one of those things I told you that I was mentioning where you reach for stuff. Yeah. I remember reaching in an early aspect, reaching for praise from others.
Yeah.
Because it always feels good, but that's false confidence. If you're good enough and you get it, it only adds, but especially at the quarterback position, you have to have a self-generated self-confidence that if you throw 5 picks or 5 touchdowns in a game, you're going to bounce back the same. There's no change. Obviously, there's a fine line between, guys that are cocky and uber confident. And I think it's it's healthy to walk that fine line. You just have to be careful with how you present that. And I want to definitely present myself as a humble, down-to-earth guy, but don't get me wrong, I'm competitive as hell and I'm super confident. My whole deal is when I throw a pick, I'll probably say a few fine words to myself within the next 2 seconds, but then I'm still thinking I'm the shit. I'm the man. Like, let's roll. Like, next play, I'm throwing. Yeah. We're going to score.
You can't be a quarterback and not think that, in my opinion. You can't.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying like you won't be good if you don't have that. Like, you could. You just. Are you going to be an NFL guy? Like, you have to, because.
Yeah.
Trust me, there's so many other things going around. There's going to be so many. There's 1,000 naysayers to every, one supporter. Guys talking crap about you, your game. The next guy should play. You saw. You hear it all. So you gotta have self-confidence that's healthy and not arrogant. Because I definitely will tell you, I appreciate my players, and especially in football, it's the ultimate team game. So I'm not saying like I'm the reason we succeed. It's everyone that's involved. But I'll tell you what, I'm a pretty valuable piece.
Yeah.
I would say so. So you're a very competitive guy. So if we move on to this, the two longest sections done. You say you're a competitive guy. Now you're up against some guys. We've had some interviewees from like Penn State and Temple and stuff, where you're about to take on the Guess The Brit quiz. All right, so let's see how competitive you are and see how well you can land on that. Guess The Brit. So Luke, I'm gonna be the guy who holds the stuff up, and Luke is gonna take you through it. Over to you, Luke.
Okay, so the first person, you might recognise him. If Nick shows him now, he's played a bit of football for England in the past. Do you know him or not?
Yeah, that's David Beckham.
Okay. We've started off well. So number 2 is a very famous person to all of the people in the UK. And if you speak badly about them, British people tend to get a little bit offended.
No, that's Queen Elizabeth.
Okay, you got it.
Oh. This dude's going to be a doctor next year, so I'm pretty sure that like he'll know the Queen.
Yeah. Okay. So
Dr. White.
The third one we've got is a singer. He's collaborated with Justin Bieber a few times. Ginger Lad, you might know him.
Yep, that's the Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. Okay, we've got Miles
There's
so far.
no hesitation at all.
No.
This is the best one we've had so far. The next one was a star in
those 3.
Sorry?
Yeah.
People have missed those 3. Wow.
Yeah.
I think. Hold on. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've had people miss all 3 of them. Like, not the same person's got all 3 wrong, but we've had people get any of them 3 wrong. This one's been tough though. Next one's a bit tough.
Okay, so this one is she played a starring role in Harry Potter, but she's been in a lot of other things. We'll take the name of the actress or the name.
I know, but it's like I know who the character is. I don't know the actor.
Yeah, we'll take the actor.
We'll take the character.
Oh my God, what is it? It's I'm brain farting right now. It's Harry. And...
Name begins with H as well.
Harry, Ron, and...
just say it. I couldn't get it.
That is fine.
Hermione Granger.
Yes, gosh, dang it.
All right. Moving on, number 5. I just saw the 10-minute warning flash up. So.
Yeah. So number 5, you'll probably know. He's been on so many talent shows across the world. Nick.
Oh, yeah. That's my boy, Simon Cowell.
Yeah. Number 6 is he's been in quite a lot of different things. Quite a famous British actor. I don't know how much stuff he's featured in over in the US.
Oh, my God. That's...
Yeah, I know him from. I don't know too many of his films, but I know he's in The Office for a bit, and
he's in tons of action movies that I've seen.
He's in Thor as well.
His name always escapes me.
He's a new James Bond.
Isn't it like Idris?
Yeah.
I don't know his last name, but yeah, I know who that is.
Idris Elba.
There you go.
I'm gonna give it. We've done it before where we've given, like, they've said no idea, and I say we'll give them the first name, and if they get the second name, we give them the point. So I'm counting it.
Idris Elba.
Okay. The next one got cooking shows everywhere, and he's even been mentioned in a recent song.
That's Gordon Ramsay.
See,
He doesn't even need the picture.
I usually say that, like, when you're in the NFL and you're in Vegas and you've got plenty of money
already. I've already eaten that house kitchen.
Well, you already, yeah, of course, yeah. I've eaten it. I've eaten at one of his restaurants. I think it was like in Dubai or something, but they're not cheap. But you can eat there every week when you're in the NFL, so it's cool.
The next one is a very popular drink to have in the UK, and it's some people will drink it up to 4 or 5 times a day, maybe more. It's a
one
hot
person
drink.
got this wrong. One person got this wrong.
Was it tea?
Yeah. Yeah, we just got to check. Number 9 is a staple British takeaway.
What?
French fries?
Oh, you know what that is in the batter there? It's a famous like English meal.
Oh, is this like fish and chips?
Yeah,
yes, he's got it. And to finish, we have got a British NFL player that came from Boise State, I believe, and actually won the Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Oh, that's Ajayi.
There we go.
What is that? 9 out of 10? 9 out of 10?
9 out of 10.
You know what? This is the 8th interview we've done, and we've only had one 9 out of 10, and it was 2 Florida State guys together. So you are the first on their own, top of our leaderboard now. So that's how we like it. So we've got 6.5 minutes left, but that's all right because we've only got 6 questions left, and it's literally the section called this or that. So we've asked you 2 things, and you just got to say which one. And if you want, give a tiny explanation about why you choose that one. So Steve, you got the first one.
Yeah, and I think I know the answer to this because you touched on it already. Win the national championship with Memphis or first round NFL draft pick?
I'm going to go national championship.
Oh, okay.
Team success results in individual success. So
okay.
And it's about the opportunity. So even if you're a 7th round pick and then you still get a chance to play.
If you're quarterback for a national championship team, you might get picked in the first round. So.
Oh, okay. So go down that avenue. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. One leads into the other. Okay.
Yeah.
And the next question is: would you rather be a Heisman winner or an NFL Hall of Famer?
Oh, NFL Hall of Famer, easily.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Why is that?
Well, how many Heisman winners have never done anything in the NFL? Like
it's very true. It's very true. But some people might growing up.
NFL Hall of Famer, you're probably playing 10 plus years, probably making a ton of money. That's a lot more successful than a Heisman winner.
But there's only one Heisman winner in the country every year, and there's like a lot. Hey, I'm not trying to make you change your mind. I'm just
playing devil's advocate.
You hold your trophy, I'll hold my ring. So
okay, and your gold jacket, Nike. All right. Now I know we've got to put the premise on this because you did really well with the question before. Would you rather be drafted by a team that's just won the Super Bowl, or a team that's just starting a rebuild? And I will jump in and do the bit for you where you'd say, I'll be drafted anywhere as long as, NFL. Yeah. I know. But for the purpose of this, would you rather just won the Super Bowl or just starting their rebuild that year? You can't answer it.
You can't do it.
There's so many other factors and contingencies that go into that decision that I can't give you an answer.
Do you know what? We've yet to not have an answer to this question, but I respect it because this could be you in this will be you. We believe in 8 months' time. So
well, he doesn't want his franchise coming through.
Exactly right. Yeah, we don't. When the Giants win the Super Bowl this year and he gets drafted by the Giants, he doesn't want to be like, oh. Sorry. I can dream.
Come on, Nick. No more jokes now.
All right. Sorry. Steve.
Okay, so this one, I'm hoping I'm right thinking this, but cold weather state or a hot weather state?
Hot weather all day.
Yeah.
Well, there goes Green Bay. There goes Buffalo. There goes Buffalo. No, I'm joking.
Ticking off franchises here.
You're a West Coast guy. You're in Memphis. You're in Arizona.
I'd prefer to be hot than I'd rather it be 110 versus 30.
Yeah,
Fair.
Fair enough.
Luke?
So, kind of got an impression from speaking to you that you're a very confident guy. But would you describe yourself as a locker room leader, or quietly get on and do your business?
No, I'd say locker room leader. Now, I'm not going to just, when I first got here, I wasn't the loud mouth. I definitely make sure I stay within myself. I'm not anyone I'm not. And I'm not going to just be a rah-rah guy and start barking at you if you don't know me. I'm going to definitely make sure I lead by example. So that'd probably be a little bit more quiet at that time. But as that progresses, as you gain my respect and I gain your trust and I gain your respect and get to know you a little bit more, my locker room leadership, like right now, it's in last year, full effect. First year, it's more of, because if I was on a team and someone brand new just transferred in and he didn't know anyone, he starts, trying to lead vocally, I'm gonna just think he's full of crap.
Yeah. We get that. I get that.
You gotta, but I'm comfortable with who I am and being myself. But I would say, like, when I'm full self, it's definitely the locker room leader.
Nice. Good answer. So 1 minute and 53 seconds. The final question, Brady, and I'm sure you can answer this one. And there is a right and wrong answer to this one in our eyes. So you're on an NFL team. We don't have to say which one, but you're on an NFL team, and your franchise gets a phone call, and they say it's from Roger Goodell, and he says, "We want your team to play one of your fixtures, one of your games next season in London, in front of the UK fans, 90,000 fans. Would you want them to say yes, or would you want the team to say no?"
No, of course.
I thought you were going to say no. No.
No, of course. We gotta get a worldwide fandom going, get the game around the globe, and that'd be a sweet trip and an awesome venue. And to have 90,000 fans from the UK would be sweet. So I would be all for that.
Well, we would love to see it. Brady, thank you. We really can't thank you enough for spending all this time with us. We really appreciate it. We're going to have to put this interview out in 2 parts. It was so enjoyable. But from all of us, we just want to say thank you very much. Have a great, healthy, safe season with Memphis. We'll see you on the podium in the draft next year. I'll make you a promise now. As long as you're not drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, don't make any facial expressions. I will get a white jersey next season. For sure. Yeah. As long as it's not the Cowboys. Yeah. But Brady, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Stay safe.
You've been lovely. Care. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
See you, bro.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.